All right, good evening, everybody. What is going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I got a special guest. I got Mr. Mike Mazza from 4 Train Express joining me tonight.
What's up, Jason?
What's happening, brother? I tell you, Yankees lost again, but every time they lose, they've been catching a break. Why do I say that? The Orioles lost. They lost their 4th game in a row.
Yep.
The standings look completely different right now, but they don't.
You want some good news, though?
What's that?
Guess who the Knicks just got?
Whoa. Who?
Mikal Bridges.
What? Really?
Yeah.
For who?
It was for, give me one
Robinson?
second here. Yeah, they got him from the Nets for Bojan Bogdanovic and a bevy of picks.
Really?
That was just broken tonight.
Wow. Damn.
So, if you wanted some good news to kind of lighten up, this loss, to kind of take the sting off, there's your breaking news right there.
That's nice. Look at that. 4 unprotected first-round picks. Bojan and 4 first-round picks. Goddamn believable. Wow.
For Mikal Bridges. Can you believe that?
That's a good trade for the Knicks, man.
That's a great trade for the Knicks.
That's good.
So, so there you go. So, there's some good news for
Well, that'll lighten up the mood a little bit. So, shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Constantine here. We got Jonathan. Who else? We got Stephen B. Jack Dedios. Yeah. Mello is here, too. Yeah. Melo's very lighthearted tonight. Fucking Torres, bag of dog shit. Why catch and don't make change on second and catch when balls are thrown? I don't know. Well,
I get it. You see, I agree with this, though. I don't get it. What's the obsession with Trevino and what's the obsession with Jahmai Jones? Why do we have Christian if we're not going to play him? Why do we have Wells if we're not going to play him? I don't get it.
I don't either. Have some depth. Grisham's an elite 4th outfielder. I understand it's hard to get him playing time because the outfield's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So, I understand that. But, like, in the infield, Torres has no value right now.
Nope.
DJ doesn't have much value either.
The only problem is we don't have anyone to replace Torres.
Well, exactly. We don't have Birdie's still hurt. So, and J.D. Davis doesn't play second. So, it's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. In due time, I think they're going to make some changes, and I think every day they're realizing that the longer they wait, the worse off it's probably going to be.
Yeah.
So, Buckeyes in the house too. The King of Texas is in the place.
Consiglieri's in here.
Consiglieri's here too. Yep. Peanuts here. Yeah. Tom Hagen's in the building.
Well, I told you I did have 3 trade ideas that the Yankees should probably look into to try to fix some of these holes.
We'll get to them in a second. Rob, what's good? JT, what's good? Yeah, they're not going to DFA DJ, unfortunately. At least not yet. Aaron Judge is a freaking Superman. So, Clemens is here too. Brandon, we give a shout out to everybody. Your NFE is there. There he is. There he is.
Yo, NFE!
Your enforcers in the building. Jack. Yes, indeed. Tiffany. Thank you for joining the family. You're always welcome here. CeeLo. It's good, brother. Yeah, look. I don't disagree. Like, it's hard to have DJ and Torres in the lineup together at the same time. It's a tough thing to do. But again, like, we don't know who's going to be available. And the fact is, a lot of teams that we thought were going to be sellers look like they're going to be buyers now.
Yep. St. Louis.
They've either played a lot better recently, or the teams in their divisions are playing like dog shit, and now they're in contention. So, like, the trade deadline is going to be upside down now. That's what it looks like right now. It could look different a week or two from now, but that's what it looks like right now. So I think it's important to remember that, folks. Lorenzo, Quell, C. Morales. All right, we got a lot of people in here. Yankee Mike, Daniel Berry Sports. Cole will be fine. Cole needs a couple games to get into his groove.
Yeah.
So
you can't blame this on Cole. He just came off of injury, so let's relax with Cole.
And look, and the Mets are red hot right now. They're 10-2. in their last 4 games.
Are they really?
Yeah, 10-2. They're 1 game out from the wild card now. So
shit!
They're one of the teams that we thought they're probably not going to trade Pete Alonso now because they don't need to. They probably keep him. They're probably going to add to him. Different. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about, guys. I mean, the buyers the sellers are going to most likely be buyers, like the Cardinals. They're in contention now. And there's only a couple teams that are sucking, right? The Marlins, the White Sox, and the Angels. Okay. What the hell? What are we going to get from them?
Exactly.
Yeah. But Mazza, why don't you give us trade number 1 here?
All right.
A couple trade proposals here from Mazza.
So I got the first one between the White Sox and Yankees. So the White Sox would get left-handed pitcher Nestor Cortes, left-handed pitcher Kyle Carr, the Yankees' number 11 prospect, and catcher first baseman Ben Rice, the Yankees' number 12 prospect. In return, they would get first baseman outfielder Andrew Vaughn.
So you'd send Cortes, Carr, and Rice for Vaughn.
Yes. That's as much as I'm doing for him.
Is that too much?
He is not putting up the numbers that he should be in Chicago. And he could probably use a change of scenery as well, like most of those guys on that team.
Is that too much for him? I don't know. It's probably right on the cusp. Probably, I think. I mean, I like Ben Rice.
I like Ben Rice too, but
he pans out. Well, like now they have J.D. Davis here.
But that's my thing, though. If you've got J.D. Davis, where are you going to play Ben Rice?
Yep. Yeah. Before anybody says J.D. sucked today, he hadn't played in 10 days, so he's going to need a few days to get his time.
Yeah. So that's trade number 1.
All right. What do you folks think in the comments? Andrew Vaughn look, he's another first base option that's become available now. So at this point, we have to consider all the options.
And this is if we don't get Christian Walker, which I don't think we might.
Yeah, this is another thing. The Diamondbacks, 2 weeks ago they sucked. Now they're in contention.
Yeah.
They may not sell now. They may buy. So this is one of the we have less teams to trade with now at the deadline. So they're gonna have to be more selective.
They're gonna have to be creative.
Probably more aggressive too, right?
Yep.
And the White Sox are a team that you can do multiplayers from.
Yep.
The Angels, you can get a multiplayer trade. The Marlins.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks, but I don't think they're going to be sellers now. So Cardinals could have been. I think those are probably the only 3 teams you could probably do multiplayer trades with right now. If I'm the Yankees, and if it doesn't have, Vlad Guerrero Jr. said today he'd be willing to play for the Yankees because it's a business, and apparently asked his family how they would feel and so on and so forth. But before we get ahead of ourselves like this, that's Vlad, Vlad Jr. Yes, he's 25. Yes, he's a beast. But, we have got other guys here. Like, I don't want to find another reason to block Spencer Jones.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's my other thing. Yeah, well, exactly, Rob. Put Spencer first. I wonder if we can get Vaughn for 2 players instead of 3. Maybe.
I only added the third because you know what the White Sox are going to say. Oh, well, we want another player. You know they're going to do it. So you might as well just add that third player in now and, save yourself the headache of hearing them bitch and moan about it. Yeah, Vlad Jr. can kick rocks and get bent 2 times over.
Vlad in a bad year has over 800 OPS. Yeah. He's also an immature peckerhead too, so I don't know.
He is.
I don't know if he would be a fit in the chemistry of the team here. That's the other worry I have. Is one reason why nobody's signing Trevor Bauer.
Yep.
Because he would affect every team's chemistry.
Absolutely.
Not only the Yankees, every team. Nobody's even willing to give him the minimum.
No one's entertaining it. So
not even at the minimum. That says a lot.
Yeah, and he's even willing to play at the minimum, and no team is like jumping on it. So that's a lost cause.
Tells you a lot about him, not about why we're not biting on it.
Exactly.
No. Hopes. Yeah, exactly. So, all right, trade number 2. What do you got?
Trade number 2 is between the Yankees and the Rangers.
Rangers. Okay.
So I'm sending utility man Oswaldo Cabrera, outfielder Francisco Velorio, who's their number 14 prospect, and right-handed pitcher Carlos LaGrange, who's their number 16 prospect. And in return, we're getting utility man Ezekiel Duran.
Speedy guy.
He traded. We traded him for Joey Gallo.
Gallo, yeah, he'd be coming back. Yeah. Don't mention a TB name. Someone watching the chat will campaign to have the Yankees to sign him. TB. Who the hell is TB, Clemenza?
What's this?
TB. Who am I thinking? Who the hell is TB? Well, if I can't remember it, don't mention it, because I won't remember it. DFA, Mark, come on, let's get real. DFA Verdugo? Let's get real, dude. Come on. Why would you DFA Verdugo?
Makes no sense.
Oh, Trevor Bauer, yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry, Clemenza. They're not going to sign Trevor Bauer.
No, it's not happening.
I'm not even worried about that. But yeah, I mean, Sunil's in the place too. Sunil, dude, did you hear about the Knicks trade, Sunil? Did you hear about it? They got 6 guys in a trade, Sunil. Dude, you got to catch up with us, man. Talked about it earlier. You're way behind.
Yeah.
Slacking ass. What do you think of that trade, gang? Ezekiel Duran will give us a speedy player who's hard to double up, and one of the problems that we've had are double plays.
See, the way that I came up with these trade ideas in the sense of what we are lacking in and what we desperately need, which right now is a first baseman. So Andrew Vaughn covers that. Speed, Ezekiel Duran covers that. And then the next one covers second base and pitching.
What's trade 3?
Arizona and New York. That's if Arizona becomes a seller.
Okay.
The Diamondbacks would acquire left-handed pitcher Caleb Ferguson, outfielder Brando Maea, the Yankees' number 7 prospect, left-handed pitcher Brock Selvage, the Yankees' number 10 prospect, right-handed pitcher Yohan Ruiz Gomez, the Yankees' number 17 prospect, and second baseman shortstop Jorbert Vivas, the Yankees' number 15 prospect. In return, the Yankees would get second baseman Ketel Marte and right-handed pitcher 22-year-old Jordan Martinez, who is not a free agent until 2030.
It's going to be 5 for 2. Caleb Ferguson. Yeah, Caleb Ferguson is kind of becoming a spare part. I think he's going to get replaced at the deadline probably anyway. And he's a free agent at the end of the year. Besides the fact too. So, Robert Vivas.
And Marte is not a free agent until 28, which gives Arias and what's his name time to get ready.
Yeah, I think I'm most interested in that one. Of the 3, that's my favorite. I mean,
I had based them off of what we needed the most.
It's a young reliever, right?
First baseman. He is a reliever and a second baseman. So that covers 4 spots in 3 different trades.
I think that's my favorite because I do think, I was talking to Joey from the shift about this, and yes, they did, Davey. Yeah, Mazza brought it up for as soon as we came on. I didn't even know about it. Mazza broke the news to us, man. So shout out to Mazza right there for breaking this. Of the positions that we need the most, I think out the infield represents the one of most dire urgency.
And that's where Duran, Marte, and Vaughn come into play.
Yeah.
Because you easily slot in Vaughn at first base, so that covers one infield position. Duran you could put at third base, which would cover your third base position. And then Marte you could put at second base, which would cover your second base position. And then you don't have to put so much stress on DJ, and he could be the utility guy.
I do think.
Which makes more sense than continuously running him out there, because his health hasn't been great over the last couple of seasons. We know this. You're saving his health, and you could even DH him if you need to.
Yeah. Stanton.
And that gives you that replacement for Torres. Plus, Marte can also play the outfield if need be.
Yeah, it's true. Marte has positional versatility. Well, and this pitcher too.
Or if you wanted to, instead of Vivas, you could throw Torres into that. So then at least Arizona is getting something back of a little bit that could replace Torres or Marte at second.
This is true too. Davey, man, bring us some good luck tomorrow, please. You're going to be at the game tomorrow at Citi Field, Section 208. Please bring us some good luck from the 200 level, please. We need it.
Yes.
We need it, brother.
So you could either swap Vivas for Torres, or you could swap Salvage for Torres. Me personally, I'd probably swap Vivas for Torres because they're probably going to want Salvage and Gomez. But then again, that's just me. Because again, you're getting the replacement for Torres. Torres is going to walk at the end of the year. We know this. He's not re-signing with us. The Yankees aren't going to go making a QO to him or re-sign him. They need help in the bullpen, so you're getting that bullpen help anyways from Martinez, who I'm going to bring up his stats here because I think that's something that is going to be something to talk about here. Give me 1 second here. So Martinez is – where are we here? All right. So I think that's the name, Jordan Martinez. Justin Martinez. Sorry. Justin Martinez. He is 22 years old. In 23 games this year, he's 2-0 with a 1.29 ERA, 28 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, and a 1.32 whip. So Justin Martinez is his name.
Interesting. Jack, I think Torres. I think the reason Torres is second because Stanton's hurt. So the reason Torres is cleaning up is they wanted to clean up on the right. They wanted a right-handed bat to clean up spot. And since Stanton's hurt, Torres had to be the guy. So I'm not surprised there. I don't think it'll be that way forever either.
He is a righty though. That is the other thing I forgot to mention.
All right. Okay.
So I know we all are saying lefty reliever, but we may not be able to get that. So Justin Martinez is also not a free agent until 2030. And his first arbitration year would be 2027. That would be when he would be eligible for arbitration.
I wonder if the Diamondbacks do trade somebody, it would be more likely to be Christian Walker only because he's going into his free agency season.
It's possible. It's very possible. I mean, anything is possible. So that's a way to think. My thing is, if we're going to get Christian Walker, right, then we're going to have to give them probably someone to fill in for first base till they can figure that out.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why my thinking of Marte and Martinez works out better. Is because in that way you don't have to forfeit. Yeah, and we also don't need a rental.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder what, if they were to bring in somebody is this like if they were to bring in Christian Walker, they would have to bring in other guys to show that they're going to try to win it this year, right? And then move on from Christian Walker after this. But they have to win it this year to make that trade worth doing.
Yes.
And it can't be just Christian Walker.
No.
It has to be him. It has to be, maybe somebody for second or somebody for third. It has to be another infielder too.
It would have to be Walker and Marte. Now,
yeah.
Here's how I'm looking at this as well. Andrew Vaughn isn't a free agent until 2027.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's arbitration eligible next year.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel Duran is not a free agent until 29. Tel Marte is not a free agent until 28. And then Justin Martinez is not a free agent until 2030. So that's 4 players. And you're looking at 10. No. You're looking at about 10 years of team control over the course of those 4 players. Mm-hmm. Now, are those trades going to sting? Absolutely, they're going to sting.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're giving up team control as well. However, on the flip side, you're getting team control in return. And you're getting guys who are proven and have been producing.
Yeah, true. And it makes some folks are saying how much longer can we... Well, I think they're either going to move on from DJ or Torres, and it's most likely going to be Torres, right? Would it make fans happy if they moved on from both? Yes, but they'd have to eat quite a bit of DJ's contract to do it. So I don't know.
I don't know if they're willing to do that.
I don't know if they're willing to do that. So Torres is a free agent at the end of the year. So, if you can get international money, I'll give you 2 examples. They traded Joey Gallo and got Clayton Beater. I didn't think they would do that. And then they traded Billy McKinney and got $500K international money. Torres is better than both those guys.
Okay? Yeah.
So I think Cashman can get at least that for Gleyber Torres. Maybe a prospect, a fringe prospect, something, right? So I do think that he's going to wind up trading Torres right at that line or before it. So to where I have no idea. It makes too much sense to keep him. They have to move on from Gleyber Torres. It has to happen now. And I think he needs to change the scenery for his own benefit too.
I never hated Torres. I just want to put that out there. I wanted Torres to do well this year because I wanted him to, to bank on his walk year. But he hasn't lived up to it. He has been a space cadet on some days, and then he's been on point other days. He's been too inconsistent, and I don't know if it's just because he's too flustered or if he's just not with it or if he just needs that change of scenery or whatever it may be. It's not working out.
It's true.
And we got to cut ties with him. And like I said, I never hated Torres.
I don't think anyone
of us not cutting it.
Yeah,
he's not cutting it.
I don't think anybody would have thought Torres would be this bad, or Rizzo be hurt again, or DJ would have missed a third of the season and be this bad right now. I don't think anybody would have thought that, but it's happening. So the Yankees are going to have to. They got to do something about it. So if they want to put themselves in position to win, right now they're catching breaks. The Baltimore Orioles have lost the last 4 games.
And Boston was getting their ass handed to them by Toronto.
Yeah, Boston's getting their ass handed to them by Toronto. So the Yankees are catching multiple breaks tonight. And So they've got to turn this around and start winning some games.
Absolutely.
They're 10-10 in their last 20. Playing 500 ball in the last 20 games, the Yankees. Okay.
And is it good enough for them to stay in first? Yes, but that's because, like you said, they're getting breaks from teams just not capitalizing on them playing like shit.
Yeah.
Now,
Baltimore should be in first place right now.
Yeah. Now, James brought up, I like Waldo at second, Rice at first. If DJ can't get it together, bring up Peraza, trade for pitching as much as you can get. Here's the problem with that. The Yankees don't trust Peraza. The Yankees, I don't think, want Peraza. I don't think he's in their future plans. As much as I would love to, he's not cutting it. His numbers aren't showing it. And I know he just got off injury as well. But at the same time, when was he going to produce? When was he going to start playing like we all expected him to? Because he hasn't done it. Again, that also goes to him to consistent playing time. But I don't see him in the Yankees' future. 2 years ago, sure. Now, I don't. Not so much. And yeah, Texas, we should trade them.
Yeah, and the same thing, it's like Oswaldo Cabrera started off hot. Then he came back down to earth. And if the Yankees aren't going to play him, they should probably trade him too. If like Oswaldo Cabrera could be playing second right now instead of Torres, so he could be playing third instead of instead of DJ, right? So, and this is why I can't wait for John Birdie to come back, because he gives us some versatility, which we don't have right now. We're missing a lot of this shit, and this is why I hope to wake up tomorrow and see the news that the Yankees made a move, right? They made a trade for somebody, and like I said, I don't think they're going to be blockbuster trades, but they have to be impactful, smart trades.
Yeah.
I
think that, like you said, they got to be smart trades. But who are they going to get though? Because you said the sellers are very limited right now.
Yeah, I mean, sellers are becoming buyers right now because of the way that they're playing or the way that their teams in their division are playing. That's the landscape that's happening right now as we speak, and there's nothing the Yankees can do about that. That's out of their control. So, there'll just be less teams to deal with. Whereas before, we could have probably traded with the Mariners. I can't see that happening now. We could, we're probably going to be left with the Angels. And then maybe you can get a Tyler Anderson and Luis Rengifo package trade or something like that. Okay, that's only going to solve a little bit of the issue. There's not one bat that's going to be the answer. They're going to need two bats, two contact bats.
Yeah.
We're top heavy and we're bottom light, and we've got to get contact hitters down below to put the ball in play. We've got to do it. So will they do it? I have no freaking idea. No idea. But that's obvious.
Yep. The other thing they could do is try to get a multiplayer trade in with the White Sox, but that kind of a trade is going to hurt. It's going to sting. Now, I'm not going to give up a Spencer Jones in one of those trades. That you're out of your mind if you're thinking that, but a trade with the White Sox is going to sting. It's not going to be one of those trades that fans are going to like, but at the end of the day, you got to give to get.
Exactly. Let's get them likes up, gang. Let's try if we can get to 100. It's always greatly appreciated. Mike Trout will be available. We don't need Mike Trout. I love Mike Trout, but we don't need him. Let him go to the Phillies.
He should go to Philly. Yep.
Yeah.
Jonathan's got a point here, Jason, that Trout has too much money with him.
Too much money. I don't want to pay $40 million a year for a guy on the wrong side of 30. What the hell for? No. But he's coming. No.
We can't trade Dominguez right now, though, because he's hurt.
Yeah, we can't trade Dominguez. He is hurt. So that's unfortunate.
Unless someone is willing to take that.
Yeah, and then who would take it? So, and who would we give him up for? And that's the key. I was actually willing to give him up for Brian Reynolds a couple years ago. Now,
and I was with you on that.
Yeah, and Reynolds is tearing the cover off the wall right now. So, but we don't need him now. We don't need Reynolds now.
Nope.
So it is, it is what it is. Like, but now it's just the Yankees need incremental players. They need contact hitters. We need some athletics. We need some athletic players here. So,
we need the pieces that we need are going to come in trades that are multiplayer trades. That's the thing. That's about as clear cut as it's going to get.
And keep in mind too, gang, if we get relievers that pitch to contact, then we're going to need to improve the infield defense. So whatever infielders we get in a trade, they have to be good defenders, because if we get if we get somebody like Tanner Scott, who gets a lot of strikeouts, but he also gets a lot of ground balls, we need guys that can field the goddamn ground ball, can field it and get it to first base in time, right? So we need that complement, better infield defense to go along with contact pitching relief pitchers. So I do, I'm in Matt Blake. I believe I'm a fan. So I don't. I do trust their ability to continue to add to the bullpen no matter what, because they always do it every year. But it's the infield defense that needs to improve significantly, and then obviously the infield offense needs to improve significantly. So they're going to have to be strategic with whoever they trade for.
But they also need speed, and they don't have enough of it, unfortunately.
True.
Ever since Birdie went down, we lost that speed. We can say Grisham has speed, but we don't ever play him, which I still don't understand why they play Jahmai Jones over Trent Grisham, because we specifically got Trent Grisham to be the fourth outfielder in that Soto trade. So you're wasting that. And then you've got Austin Wells on the bench, who
I think he should be in there instead of.
Yeah. I think it's time to pull Trevino from behind the plate.
I would try to trade him, and I would just call up Augustin Ramirez to platoon with Austin Wells.
Absolutely.
They have other catchers, too. They got freaking Carlos Narvaez. They've got plenty of catchers who all have better bats than Jose Trevino.
Yep.
So, and Jose Trevino doesn't have an arm anymore either. So, that's the other thing. He's a great defender. Maybe a team will find use for him. Okay. But if we're going to do that, I would call up Augustin Ramirez.
Yep. 100%.
Period. And just keep a young duo in catcher position.
Ken also brings up a point. We do need players that can hit left-handed pitching, but that's a whole team effort. That's not just one player.
Yep. And that's one reason they brought in J.D. Davis, because he hits lefties better than he hits righties. So, for those that don't know, he does hit lefties better than righties. So, but he's going to need a few games. So, and Ben Rice hits righties better than he hits lefties. So that's probably one reason they said they're going to platoon Rice and Davis here at first base, right? So that makes sense. So yes, Robert, he was a package deal. We had to take Grisham to get Soto. Yes, Robert. And they were fine with that. And Grisham brings value here too. If when he plays, he brings value. He just has to play more. The problem is, our outfield is really good. So, and that's one reason he's not playing. If we had Joey Gallo out there or Aaron Hicks, he'd be playing a hell of a lot more often. Well, we have Verdugo, Soto, and Judge. Who in the world are you going to sit there?
Yeah.
The same thing applies to Jason Dominguez. If he was up here, he'd be blocked by all those outfielders. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that or admit that. That's true. You're not going to sit any Jason Dominguez. None of them.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Our opinions don't change that. Well,
and Randall, it's not Boone that will never let him play. It's the front office and the analytics department that'll never let him play. And they're the ones chirping in Boone's ear.
It's also the outfield. They keep playing
that too.
Where's he going to play? It's not a Boone problem. You know? So he doesn't make the trades. He didn't trade for Verdugo. Cashman and Hal did. So Boone just playing the hand he was dealt. So JD Davis, well, it's early to be seen. It's early, CeeLo. I mean, he played his first game today, but he hadn't played in 10 days. So he's going to need a few games. But, he hits lefties better than he hits righties. He's a solid defender at first base. So, if he brings value, they got him on the cheap. If he doesn't, he got him on the cheap. And they can move on from him. So, just like Ben Rice, I mean, this is probably the same 6-week or 8-week audition that for both of them. Otherwise, maybe they won't try to make a trade for Christian Walker or someone else at first base.
Yeah. But Randall, you know what, Randall? If we can bring that up, Randall's comment here, it's the computer comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. A computer doesn't win games. 100% facts. Yeah. A computer doesn't win games. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. But a computer doesn't also pay Boone's salary.
Exactly.
So, Boone has people to answer to. And if those people are the analytics people, that's what he does. But to your point, a computer itself doesn't win games. Of course not. Players have to take ownership too. If they're not hitting, why are we going to blame Boone for that?
We can't.
Got to hold on to the players.
And Mello, we don't suck. We're just in a tough stretch right now.
Yeah, we're still 24 games over 500.
But that's not good enough, so we should just fire everybody and DFA everyone.
Exactly. Paranormal's in the building. What's that, my friend? Yeah. Go cheap and not win games. They haven't started yet, Joseph. I mean, Soto was not cheap. Neither was Verdugo. So the trade deadline is still 5 weeks away. Nobody's making big trades yet. Nobody. There isn't a team that's made it.
The only deal that's been made that we heard of was J.D. Davis to the Yankees. That was the only thing that's been done. And that's not the sexiest move, but not all moves have to be the sexy move.
Yep, and again, no team has made trades yet. They don't know who's available. The prices have to come down. So, that's just the way that it is every year leading into the trade deadline. So, and again, teams are, the White Sox, with Garrett Crochet, they're going to want a couple of teams in the same division to be after their guy, so they can create a bidding war between the teams. That's exactly what they want. They want to try to get as much.
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah. They want to get as much as they can for Crochet, Diamondbacks for Marte, all these teams, right? The Mets for Alonso, and so on and so forth.
By the way, the Red Sox lost 9-4 tonight.
Boston lost. Baltimore lost. So, again, 2 breaks the Yankees caught tonight. Really. 2 breaks. So, and this luck's not going to last every night. It's not going to last every night. So, hopefully they can, they make some freaking moves here.
They need to start making moves now, though. That's the thing. They cannot wait until they get leapfrogged. And Sean Browning just brought up probably one of the best points I've seen all night. I just want to bring that up. David Justice was not a sexy move, but he helped us win the 2000 World Series.
I was at the game in 2000 in the ALCS when he hit that 3-run home run off Arthur Rhodes, put the Yankees up in the 8th inning, and when they eventually won that game and get into the Subway Series. I was at that game when he hit that home run. I've never heard the stadium louder in my life. That game. That was unfreaking believable. Unbelievable.
Why do you want to drop Stanton? Stanton's been playing great this year. I don't understand this. Where are we getting at? Why do you want to drop Stanton? First off, he's making more money than DJ, and the Marlins will eventually have to be paying $10 million of his salary for the next 3 years or whatever it is. So they're not going to DFA him. They're not going to cut him. And Stanton was on track until he got hurt to become the AL Comeback Player of the Year. Well, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
It doesn't. He's not. Yeah, and he hasn't been the biggest problem. Like the infield
Yeah,
is the
the
biggest.
opposite.
Yeah, the infield's the biggest offensive problem, and we're wasting our time on Stanton. Like, and, you know, Darryl Strawberry too. Yeah, wasn't sexy, but he was impactful here. So was Cecil Fielder. He wasn't sexy, but he was impactful here. So you know, um, Red Sox are coming pretty. Yeah, Red Sox are the next team we got after the Mets. So we'll see. We'll see. And I say this again. I'm never going to rule the Red Sox out, no matter who they are, no matter what. Even if they suck in the beginning, I'm never going to rule them out. So, C. Morales, Jason, propose a lineup. Right now would be with what we have. Won't be leading off. Soto, Judge, Bobby Verdugo. I like the 1 through 4. I would at that point after Verdugo at 4, I'd probably go J.D. Davis at 5. I do think he'll probably come around a bit. I'd probably go Austin Wells at 6.
No.
Then I go. Who else is left? Third base. Whoever the hell's at third base. Oswaldo. Then Torres. Then who's left? Who else did I have? And whoever's at first base. No, J.D. Davis would be at first base. So, not even that's what I would. I mean, that's essentially what we have right now.
Yeah.
Again, it's top heavy, bottom light. We've got to add some quality to the bottom of this lineup.
Rengifo would be a nice addition to that bottom half of the lineup.
Yeah, nice addition to the bottom half. He would not be the savior.
No, but it would be a nice, addition.
Yeah.
It would give us some leverage at the bottom half of the lineup.
He also can play third base and second base.
Yep.
Positional versatility. So, and he's batting like 310. So you can see solid contact bat. So, and again, like, can you do a Rengifo and a Tyler Anderson package straight? You get a pitcher and you get
Probably.
Maybe that's something they need to look at. Maybe that's something they are looking at. We just don't know.
We don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
No, we just find out when it happens. That's it. I said the same thing too, John. And brought back Cole. I think they brought back Cole a little bit too soon, too quickly. So, but that's just my opinion. I just think he's gonna need a few more games to kind of get into his groove.
And he'll get there.
Yeah, it's also 90 degrees. So, yeah, Brendan Donovan. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I don't think anybody's available for the Cardinals now. I think they're looking to add. So, and at this point, teams that are looking to add are not going to trade a major leaguer for prospects. They would want to trade major leaguers for major leaguers. So,
exactly.
And again, like they're not going to trade Brendan Donovan for prospects. Like they trade Brendan Donovan, we'd have to give him probably Trevino and Nestor Cortez. So you'd have to give him 1 or 2 major league pieces in return for a guy like that. So
I like what Texas said, Jason.
Buckeye?
Yeah, King of Texas.
We're not in the front office for a good reason. Yeah, we're too freaking smart for these people. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit we probably don't know what's going on in the front office either. So,
yeah,
that's whatever we say is without certain intel, and that's the other part too. Like it's can't sit here and say, oh, they should be able to do this. That it's not that easy to do this.
So we don't need superstars. We already have 3 Hall of Famers. We need a league average first, second, and third. I don't know if that's necessarily true. We need production, and we're not getting it from those positions.
Mm-hmm. So let's like a first baseman. What are the options? You have Josh Bell, Christian Walker.
Andrew Vaughn.
On maybe Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Now,
but again, if they're going to trade within the division, it's going to cost the Yankees a hell of a lot more. Because
I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a second, Jason. Let's just say by some off chance, the Yankees go out and they end up acquiring Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He still has another year left before he becomes a free agent. And let's just say we get him for some reason. The Yankees say, you know what? Fuck it. We're going all in. We're going to go get Vlad Guerrero Jr. Now you've got Volpe, Soto, Judge, Vlad, Verdugo, and then when Stanton comes back, you've got Stanton behind him. When you get Rizzo back, if he does come back, which is still up in the air, you'll have Rizzo behind that. So if by some off chance they get Vlad, they might make a minor move after that, but it's not going to be, it's not going to be.
Yeah. If they make a Vlad move, any other move after that's got to be a pitcher.
Yeah, exactly.
One or two relievers. I can't exactly. Think about Yandy Diaz, same division. Yeah, Rays, overall better player than Vlad. Having a better player. Yeah, I mean it's going to be hard for the Yankees to acquire any significant player from a team in the AL East. And that's a fact. And yeah, I mean Virginia. I kind of feel like he's not coming to New York either. It could be a smoke show.
I'm right there with you.
So, and maybe they're using the Yankees as leverage. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean, the guy's been talking about for 2 years straight how he never wants to play for the Yankees. And all of a sudden, it just
something's not right there.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm not buying it. So
I'm not either.
2009 Yankees had Damon Jeter, Brave. Yeah, you brought to share and all that Sui silent line like that. Yeah. I mean, they had a bunch of the core four there. Posada and Jeter, and they also had Mo and Pettit. So they had the entire core four there on that team. They were all there in 2009. So that's a hell of a nucleus to build around. And they also had the biggest free agent class in history. They had Teixeira, they added Burnett, they added Sabathia, they added Nick Swisher, they had a freaking Damaso Marte. They added a lot to that team. A lot. So, and
Ben Joyce.
I'm looking up. Where is he playing?
I'll tell you right now.
Luke Voigt
plays for the Angels.
Ben Joyce. What position?
Yeah. He is a pitcher. And he's 23.
Ben Joyce. Interesting.
He has a 5.19 ERA. He's not a free agent until 2030. Arbitration eligible in 27. Could be a nice Matt Blake project.
Apparently, he throws 104. Are you, Aiden? Is that who you're saying? Are you saying Joyce from the Angels throws 104?
No, Aiden, I wouldn't trade for Vlad.
Yeah, I don't think Vlad's going to be the guy. Aiden 99 is saying, yeah, Ben Joyce throws 104.
Yep.
Interesting.
Randall, first base is not as easy as you think.
You guys act like it takes a rocket scientist to play first. It takes a really good athlete at the major league level. This isn't high school baseball. This is the major league. It's different. Okay, it is different. So the reason why we sound like we act like because we know it's hard, right? And we're not going to be like, oh, I can go out there and do it. We can't.
Because if you're getting a ball coming off a bat at 113 miles an hour, coming right at you, I'd like to see you try to field that. Because I sure as hell can't.
These guys are rocket scientists with gloves. All right? It's just the way that it is. So, and credit to them. There's a reason why there's only 20,000 major leaguers in history of the world. So, like, it's that hard to get to that level. It's really freaking hard. And it's even harder to stay there. So, the reason why it sounds like that, Randall, is because we know how hard it is. And that's not to take anything away from a rocket scientist. That's a hard-ass job, too. You know?
But it's not easy.
I have a friend who my wife went to high school with who was a valedictorian. He's a rocket scientist. He went to MIT and solved a problem that no one in the world could solve. Not even the professors could solve. He was a living day Goodwill Hunting. Now he works for Lockheed Martin. He has the highest level security clearance in the world. That's a rocket scientist. Smartest person I ever met in my life. 1,600 in his SAT also. Perfect SAT. So.
Holy shit!
These people don't play games. They're out there. They're out there. No, and they're not to be underestimated. Yeah, I mean, Army Chowman. Yeah, I mean, Tyler Anderson. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can do Tyler Anderson and Luis Rengifo, that is a good package trade. It's a good multiplayer trade. The Angels not playing well. Maybe the Yankees have what they need to get him. That's a trade I would be looking to potentially try to make now.
Yeah, but we don't know if they're even going down that road now or not. So that's something that we need to.
Yeah, and maybe the Angels are waiting for the prices to go up, or for other teams to want these guys too, so that they can get a bidding war going.
Yeah,
that's what teams are going to do. When you have a piece that a lot of people want, that's what they're going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's old Yankee fan, so yeah, it's just mellow. I mean, the greatness that comes in a whole way. We see greatness nowadays too. Judge has greatness. Cole has greatness. There are players out there that got greatness that have this greatness aura to them, and there are a bunch of them out there. In every decade, that I've seen baseball, they're all out there. So, and I love watching people like Ellie De La Cruz, exciting players. It's not greatness yet, but he has the potential to have greatness. So, Fireside Yankees are saying a trade for Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe.
I'll tell you.
Kyle Finnegan, too, is another one I would keep an eye out for. He's a closer for the Nationals, but the Nationals are apparently clawing back into contention, too.
Brandon Lowe's a second baseman and an outfielder, but he's hitting 217. I don't want that.
Who's he playing with? What team?
The
Rays.
He is playing with the Rays. And I don't think the Rays would trade him to us.
CeeLo, man, appreciate that, man. Look, we try to bring. This is why I have folks like Mazza here and NFE. And I only have certain people come on, because they bring value to the channel. They bring value to the conversation, right? So we appreciate that kind word, CeeLo. We really do. We want to bring perspective and common sense to the discussion instead of someone else's talking points, right? That's kind of why we do things the way we do things. So, there's a Buckeye saying Rice has scored from first base twice in his short time with the club. So he has. He can run, Buckeye. He can run, and he's good.
He's got some wheels to him.
He's a pretty solid defensive first baseman. I've seen him scoop a couple balls from Volpe and some other players. It looks like he can handle his own at first base. And like I said too, like the reason why I would not trade Rizzo at the deadline is because I want him to mentor somebody like Ben Rice. There's no better mentor for the kids than Anthony Rizzo. He's a freaking pro. He's a veteran. He's a leader, right?
Yeah.
He's one of the perfect clubhouse guys to have here. Perfect. Even if they move on from him, they give him a $6 million buyout. Fine. But at the very least, I'd rather keep him here for the rest of the year to help Ben Rice find his way. So, Crochet. Well, this is the thing too, Aiden. Right? I don't know. They're transitioning him into a starter. At what point? He's already thrown more innings than he's ever pitched before in the season. At what point is he going to have diminishing returns? Right? At what point are they going to put a limit on him? At what point does this stop happening? Because you've got to factor this in too. Moving him up to a starter, is he going to get hurt? I don't know. So the White Sox are probably going to try to capitalize on a team who wants to give him a ton of value. So
Davey asked you a question.
Davey?
Yep.
Will I mentor my replacement? I would. Why would Mr. mentor him? Because he's a good person.
He's a good leader.
He's a
good leader to mentor their replacements because they know that once they leave, they're trying to leave where they were at better than the way they found it.
Yeah, that's the difference between a boss and a leader. Bosses want it for themselves. Leaders want to make the people around them better. So leaders leave a legacy. Bosses don't. Right? That's why he would want to mentor any people. And he mentors it. That's why Cole does it. He's not getting extra money, but he mentors all the pitchers on the team.
Yep.
He wants
He's
to
not getting paid extra for it.
No, he cares about the team. Rizzo cares about the team. And that's type of stuff that this is important to us. So yeah, I would mentor my replacement because I would want my impact to be felt in multiple areas.
And guess what? I do it at work all the time.
Yeah,
I train the guys who come even when I'm new to a place. I train them, the newer guys, because eventually they're going to take my spot and they're going to replace me.
Yeah, and knowing this type of stuff, I'd rather leave it better than I had it before than fight my way out of it and just go out screaming and crying. I want to go out on top. So
exactly.
And when people talk about me and say, "Oh yeah, he did it the right way, man," he took care of his people. That's it. So, I don't need daily ego stroke like some other people do. I don't need it. So Ken's saying if Eric Fetty's more preferable than Crochet. But let me pull up Eric Fetty. What are his stats here? What are his stats? Now, Crochet is the higher profile guy, right? Eric Fetty. Is he also in the White Sox?
Yes, he is.
He's 31 years old. $15 million contract. Oh shit, that's not 15 for the year though, right?
He's 5-2 with a 3.05 ERA.
94 innings pitched, 86 strikeouts. So he's got a little bit lower ERA than Crochet.
He's not a free agent until 26, but he is a Boris client.
Excuse me. Thank you. So 26, I think Crochet's not a free agent until 26 also, right? Or 27. He's 6 years older than Crochet. Crochet's a bigger strikeout arm. But dude, if you can get Fetty, what if you could do Fetty and Andrew Vaughn?
And who?
Andrew Vaughn.
I'd be up for it.
Depending on what you can get up of. These are package trades that they very likely should consider because they represent the needs that they have. So, thank you, C. Morales. I don't think the Yankees are going to wind up with massive blockbuster trades. I could see maybe one or two teams that are going to make a crazy trade.
I just don't want them waiting until they get leapfrog and then everyone's off the board.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'd rather the Yankees be proactive so that when those other teams make these huge trades, it's not going to matter. Because the Yankees already have the guys that they need, right? And that to me is more impactful. Steve Morales, man, have a great night. We'll wrap it up in a few minutes too. Fetty's having a decent year after his first year out of Korea. Yeah, exactly. So if he had a $15 million contract, it's about $5 a year. Fetty, is that right?
Something like that.
Okay. Have a great night too, Jay Palvis. We'll see the adjustments that Fetty makes mid-season as the league. Yeah, learns his tendencies. Yeah, exactly. Who's not a Boris client? I know. See, I know. This is next year. Corbin Burns, Pete Alonso, Juan Soto, Blake Snell, Cody Bellinger. Remember, these guys signed Matt Chapman. These guys signed 1-year deals with additional years behind it with the opportunity to be free agents after this year. They play well. So
there's someone who said Nico Horner from the Cubs.
Nico Horner.
Yeah. Chase. I don't know if they're going to trade Horner. That's the thing.
Nico Horner.
He's not even playing that great. I mean, he's not a free agent until 27. But
27.
He's hitting 241. I mean, he could probably use a change of scenery, but I don't know if the Cubs would trade him. I think they're trying to build around him.
Yeah, and like, is he an upgrade over J.D. Davis?
He might be the same as J.D., but I don't know if he's exactly an upgrade.
Buckeye, you're the man. The king. You're the king of Texas, dude. We gotta give you a crown. We gotta give you like a velvet jacket.
Yeah, we should.
Gold shit on there, like what lavender color. We'll make it really sexy for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You up for that? Buckeye? We'll even call it the king. I'll be right in the back of it, King of Texas, right down your back, like train. Think about it.
I think that'd be a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, man. Well, this is true too. You're not going to lose your balls making a deal for Fetty. You'd lose probably one of them making a deal for Crochet. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Would I trade Torres for Montgomery?
No, not a chance.
And I don't think the Diamondbacks would.
Not only do I not think the Diamondbacks would, but what is that going to do for us? How's that going to how's that going to benefit us?
Exactly.
Plus, Monty's not even having a great year.
It's true too. Well, back to Texas Buckeye. Make sure you subscribe to Ford Train Express and the Strike Zone if you haven't done that yet. We're working together here. We're one big tight family. We want to make sure that we support our brothers. So, I saw this. Soto's home run was nice. So is Judge's opposite field grand slam. So,
Aiden, that's not going to be enough for Jazz.
Chisholm.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, this guy's the man. Look at this. He just gave.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to be a member of 61, Texas Buckeye just gifted 10 memberships.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you, Texas Buckeye. So if anybody wants a membership at Texas Buckeye, just gifted 10 of them. So make sure you thank Texas Buckeye. We appreciate you. We gotta get Strike Zone. We gotta get Strike Zone and Mazda, both of them over to 1,000. We want to get both these guys over 1,000 subscribers.
You want to know something? I'm going to propose this now for Texas Buckeye. Change your YouTube handle from Texas Buckeye to the King of Texas.
I like that idea. You should. Because you are the King of Texas, man. I mean, Consigliere is the Prime Minister of Texas. So, like, we have made men all in this building every day. Clemenza.
Yes, we do.
It's just, this place is the hangout for the top brass.
We have it all.
Like, this is tits. This is the tits, right?
Yes,
remember,
it is.
That's a good
exactly
thing.
what it is.
Yeah. When we say it's tits, that means it's awesome. Right?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
We've got the whole gang here. I mean, you've got the Prime Minister of Texas. You've got the King of Texas. You've got NFE from the Strike Zone. I mean, how much better could it get?
You got Clemenza, who's Billy Branch. You got
Yeah.
Sunil. Okay, that's the 4 horsemen in Texas right there. And we got Ken also. Okay, Ken's bringing the
Ken's
fire.
in Virginia with me.
Ken's in Virginia, right? And we got Massey here bringing dropping knowledge bombs. We got Strike Zone and NFE dropping knowledge bombs. We have bomb droppers everywhere here. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, 8 and 99. What would you trade for Jazz Chisholm? I'm going to put my thinking cap on here. Let's see what I would trade for Jazz Chisholm.
I can tell you what I would trade for him and what I would want in return.
I wouldn't trade for him unless Tanner Scott came with him.
That's exactly right. I can tell you what I would make in that. What deal I would make for that, though.
What would you make? Who would you give up?
I would give up Nestor Cortez. Give him a pitcher. I'd give him Carlos Narvaez to give him a good young catcher. I would probably give him Francisco Valario, an outfielder. I'd give him Brock Selvage. And I would even give him Jared Cerna.
That's a pretty robust package, but are any of those guys near, or are they blocked by position players above them? They're blocked by
Cerna is blocked.
Yeah, Narvaez is blocked.
Narvaez is blocked.
Selvage is blocked.
Selvage is blocked.
Who else did you have in there? Well, Cortez, obviously.
Cortez is a proven major leaguer.
Yeah, I would do that too.
You're getting rid of guys who are blocked. What do we need that?
Marlins are looking for outfield help and starting pitching.
And Valario is the other one, and he's blocked.
He's an outfield. He's one of our top. He was our top international prospect last year, Valario, I think.
Yeah, and he's blocked by he is not slated. So here's the thing with Valario. He is not slated to be major league ready because he's our number 14 prospect.
2030? Shit.
Nope. 2029.
What is he, 16 years old?
Who knows? But by then, we'll probably still have Soto. We're still going to have Judge. We're still probably going to have Dominguez, and we're going to have Spencer Jones. We're also supposed to have Pereira. So he's blocked, and he's probably not going to come up till 31, 32. So what's the point of keeping him? Plus, you've got Brando Maeo, who's going to be ready in 28 the year before.
True.
So he's blocked completely. So,
Buckeye, you could be the Band Brothers, but the King of Texas sounds kind of more appropriate.
More your style there.
Yeah, because you are the King of Texas. Like, you sit at the top there in the throne. Like, we got to get you a chair with armrests and all that shit.
Yeah.
We got to hook you up, man. If you want to be Band Brothers, but as far as I'm concerned, you're the King of Texas. That's why I call you the King of Texas. So, that's why we love you, man. That's why we love you. That's why, we love our Texas family. Let's Yeti. Clemenza, Sunil. It's like you guys bring the fire all the time. All the time.
So that's why I would trade them because they're all blocked. Every last one of them, except for Cortez.
If you can get Chisholm, he would bring a hell of a lot more excitement and athleticism at second base than Torres.
Yeah.
Tanner Scott, who would be a very good lefty, out pitcher for the bullpen.
I might even ask for Nardi because he's got more years of control. Yeah. And I don't want a rental.
I'm fine with Nardi too. I'm fine with Nardi too.
And Stephen B, as much as I would like to say Dominguez is, I don't know if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I worry about it too. I worry about that too. He definitely has tantalizing talent. There's no doubt about that. I think we can all agree on that. But I worry about his ability to stay healthy too. Yeah, Ken Chisholm's there. He's entering his second ARB year. He won't be available until after. He won't be a free agent until after 26. So I'll take that. He's only 26 years old, and he bats lefty. So, and he's got speed, and he's got flair. Like he would be definitely an interesting addition to the chemistry of this team. He would be. I think he would fit in, and we get that speed at the top. You can even lead him off if you wanted to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could lead him off. You could do a lot of things with him. So, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't complain if we had Jessism. I wouldn't. He makes. Yeah, he has crazy swag.
No, Texas. I'm in Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, baby. Got time to develop Durbin and Vivas. Yeah, Vivas is already in AAA too, and Durbin's in AAA as well. So it's true. Chisholm is a perfect transitional piece. Like, if you want to move on from him after he's done, you can do that. Just like a guy like Ryan McMahon, if you wanted to move on from him when he was done, then you'd have room for George Lombard and Roderick Arias and these other guys. So this is one reason why I was particularly interested in guys like McMahon. He would represent the immediate need, and he would also be the transitional piece for the younger kids. Because a lot of fans want the younger kids to play too, and if they keep developing, then great. If they don't, then Ryan McMahon will be young enough to give him a couple years on top of his deal if he wanted to do that. So, I could see it too. NFA Durbin being called up for next. Yeah, why not? He's a stolen base machine. We need that freaking thing. That type of attack here. Yeah.
Here's the only thing though, 899 that I worry about it. He throws 104 with the fastball and 100 with the sinker. He is a ticking time bomb for Tommy John, just like Mason Miller. That's the one reason why I'm hesitant about trading for him.
Hard, yeah. Throwing hard is one thing, but I'll give you an example. And I say this a lot. Aroldis Chapman was the hardest pitcher in baseball, hardest thrower in baseball, and he had a hard time finding a plate. He was also a Hulk.
Too.
He was a mutant of a human, and Mason Miller's not that, and Joyce is not that. It's almost like you could drive a train into Aroldis Chapman. He would just, you okay, train? That's the type of athletic freak you get. So I worry about the hard thrower too. I'd rather have a better locator than the hard thrower. But we'll see what we get. I have a feeling we're going to get one lefty and one righty in the bullpen, but still remains to be seen. So the Yankees do have needs, and hopefully address them sooner than later. I really, really do. Well, exactly. Buckeye, high MPH only works with great movement. People can hit 100 all day without movement. Straight 100, they'll hit it. So, there's if Mason Miller doesn't have movement, he's going to get hit too.
Yep.
That's the way it is. We got a lot of Jazz Chisholm's fan.
I don't care if you go 104.
Yeah.
Or if you throw 94. Straight is straight.
Yeah. I don't care how hard you throw a ball for. It's true. It's a great point, man. You can throw 119 if it's ball 4. Go ahead. It's true. And this is the type of stuff this. This is one reason why I think the Yankees are going to be selective at the deadline and strategic at the deadline, because they want to have the right fits here to help them actually achieve what they need to achieve moving forward, but are going to be a benefit to the chemistry too. So, which is why like guys like Tanner Scott probably are probably going to be the guys that they wind up getting, right? I don't know beyond that. There's so many names that are out there. There's so many names that we talk about that we think are good fits too. But at the end of the day, like last year, Cashman had 3 trades and he was overruled on 2 of them. So because Cal wanted Herrera up here, Dominguez up here, and Austin Wells. And all he got was Keenan Middleton. And Middleton's hurt now. He had the freaking surgery too on his elbow or shoulder.
Elbow. UCL.
Elbow. Yeah. So he's another one. Splinter from Paul Skeens. Yeah, I mean, Paul Skeens is nasty. He's nasty. Honestly, yeah. Skeens is ridiculous. But he reminds me of Steven Strasburg. Really violent and movement and hard throw and looks effortless, but Strasburg got hurt. He had to retire early. So I hope it doesn't happen to Skeens. Yeah, 100 mile an hour without movement leaves the yard at 120. Yeah. Stanton does it all the time. Yep. It's a great point, too, that Buckeye. Evaldi. He's another guy. He's a hard thrower, right? He found his movement, I think, when he was with the Red Sox, Evaldi. They got more out of him.
They did.
You know, they definitely got more out of him. Lit up in his last start, which it does happen, Clemenza. Yeah, Skeens got lit up. Yeah, happens. So, yeah, I'm hearing Ryan Presley too is another guy from the Astros too. But again, like the Astros are on the upswing too now, so they may go from sellers to buyers too. They may not move Bregman now, right? We don't know. This is what happens. When a team gets hot, teams get hot, and teams get cold.
It's true.
How it's gonna change the Yankees' calculus. That's for damn sure. It's probably one reason why they haven't made moves yet because they don't know what other teams are doing. I'm sure Cashman's on the phone 100 times a day, but it's probably getting who knows what the hell he's getting. And we don't know either. So maybe he's not hearing what he wants to hear. Or maybe other teams aren't hearing what they want to hear from Cashman, other GMs. Don't know. So that kind of pitcher can make a Hall of Fame career, Davey. Latest hitters. Who's this? The latest hitters can be outsmarted by a pitcher who knows how to locate. Yeah, like a modern day Greg Maddux. I've never seen anybody locate better than him.
Yeah.
Never.
You know, it's funny when Anthony and I were talking to Denny Nagel the other day, I had asked him, what was it like, you know, as a teammate of Greg Maddux from the bench, just watching him field, you know, being that he's an 18-time Gold Glove winner. And he's like, it's like nothing you've ever seen.
Yeah, imagine, man. He's like, you know, Da Vinci on the mound.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I would feel supremely confident with Greg Maddux on the mound. I really, really would.
Even if I had 75% confidence in him that day because I thought he was off, I'd still have more confidence in him than I would anyone else.
Hell yeah.
Because he's been down that road before.
Yeah. Yes, he has. Yeah, Jules, I think a lot of us are in agreement that Klaver's got to go. Who's he going to go for? Don't know. But I think a change of scenery would be good for him right now. I mean, it's good to get him in a better headspace too. So
yeah, he needs a change of scenery, and he needs it really like severely.
Yep.
But he has no trade value, so it makes it harder to get him that change of scenery.
Yes, indeed. Yes, he was.
Unless you're going to package him in a deal with prospects, even that's going to be tough.
True, too. He was a surgeon, Maddux, yeah, and I would agree. Mike Mussina had good command, too. There's another one, yep. I think it was like the next one after Maddux. He was a magician on the freaking mound. I loved Mussina when he was with the Yankees. I loved him. Such a good gamer when he was with the team. I really wish he would have won a ring.
Yeah. Well, he would have played in 2009. He would have won himself a ring.
Yep. I'm glad he's in the Hall of Fame.
Me too. He deserves it.
Yeah. Hey, ho, believe it, Torres. Well, this is the thing, right, Army? Maybe they will trade. I don't know now, honestly, because the Diamondbacks are clawing themselves back into contention. We were just talking about this a little bit ago. And they may go from sellers to buyers. So nobody might be available. They might want to add a pitcher, right? Or another bat. I mean, I think whatever they add is going to be what they feel they're going to need to overtake the Dodgers and overtake the Padres.
Yeah.
Right? And a team like the Phillies. I think whatever moves the Yankees need to make would need to be okay, how are we going to neutralize the Orioles? How are we going to neutralize the freaking whoever? Texas Rangers, the Mariners, Red Sox. Yeah. Those are the types of moves that I think the strategic moves they're going to have to make.
Which I think they will, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yep. I'm looking to see if the Yankees made any moves here. Nothing after the game right now. No. So they haven't made anything yet, gang. But if they do, you'll be hearing from one of us, or all of us.
If you want something that broke 2 hours ago, Wanso will be the top free agent in the upcoming class. But it looks like the plan is to address the contract in the off season.
Yeah.
So the Yankees might get something done with him, and he may not even go to free agency.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case.
I think we all hope that's the case.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Diamondbacks only need a left-handed bullpen arm and a third baseman. Maybe. Yeah. It's not much needs. So, Diamondbacks are a good team. They are a good team. Now we'll see what moves the Yankees make. We'll see what they make.
Did you see what JT said?
Gonna trade?
Yeah.
Torres gonna get traded to the Savannah Bananas for the one putt. That freaking team. Right now it's the Savannah Bananas getting all the attention and the
party animals.
And what's that basketball team? The women's basketball team.
Globetrotters.
The Indiana Lynx, the one with the Kate Clark.
The Indiana Fever.
Oh my God. I mean, she's bigger than LeBron James right now.
Yeah.
She's up there with freaking Steph Curry. She's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shoot. But yeah, Army Chow made M's have a kid. Holden Laws. Before we wrap this up, I want to find out who the hell this guy Holden Laws is. You hear about this guy, Mazza?
Mm-mm.
Holden Laws stats. Lefty, high A affiliate, Seattle. 24 years old, 6'2", 205. .96, 98 is a starting pitcher with crazy right to his fastball. Haven't seen his slider, but it's supposed to be 70 grade. He's high A right now, so he's still low in the system. But he's got 195 Ks and 175 innings pitched in his minor league career. He's got to get his whip down. But his whip is lower this year than it is over his career. So,
hey Jason, I'm gonna run because I got to be up early tomorrow for work. But
yeah, same here, brother. We'll let you all go, gang. So I want to thank you all for coming on. Maz, I want to thank you for coming on. Always a pleasure. Love the trade. Love the good work, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, gang. If you haven't subscribed to the 4 Train Express and the Strike Zone, please do. I want to support the boys. And again, thank you, gang, everybody. Buckeye, appreciate you too. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I could have sworn somebody put up a super chat.
Army Chow Mein, $8.99. Billy Branch.
Chow Mein put out a super chat?
No, I'm saying all of them. Like you were shouting out the chat.
The Oli is on DM. If I didn't thank you, I apologize. What I think about making Beater a starter? I think he'd be a good right-handed fit in the bullpen that they could transition to a starter. He's shown the ability to throw multiple innings, DM. So, but thank you for the super chat too. If I didn't say that earlier, sorry. My apologies if you're still on. My bad, man. So, but yeah, all of you, Clemenza, thank all of you, really. Stephen B, Jonathan, all of you for the intel, the support, everything you bring here is fantastic. It's you, gang, Army Chow Mein, Aiden, both Aidens, Random, Aaron Normal, CeeLo. Much love to all you guys and gals. It's you folks that make this channel great. So remember that. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. So we appreciate your support. Mazza, peace and love, brother. Have a great night, everybody else.
You too.
See y'all tomorrow.